everyone, welcome back to Book and Prejudice. My name is Mar, and today we're going to be talking romance books, baby. So grab your drink of choice. I have what I can only describe as a cold hot chocolate. And let's get going with the video, shall we? Now, I would like to start this video by being very honest. For most of my life, I hated romance books. I hated them. I didn't like them. I did not love the romance. I thought it was unrealistic. I didn't appreciate the spiciness. I thought it was weirdly written. It wasn't for me. Until one day I was browsing my local Waterstones. There's 3 in Edinburgh, so they're all local, frankly. And I saw consistently for weeks Twisted series. So I messaged my girlies. I was like, hey girlies, have you guys heard of this book? And the response was, I've heard it's a lot. I would not recommend starting romance with that. It's like, oh, thanks for the heads up. What did I do? I read it and I became obsessed, and it's been 10 months of me just listening and reading romancy, spicy, random ass books. And they're great. I'm gonna start by saying that. I love them. But when I was thinking about how to describe my journey onto being a romance book reader, I wasn't sure how to start. I wasn't sure how to do it. I had multiple ideas, none of them I liked. So I decided, why don't I start where everything started? By reviewing the Twisted series. And then as I finish more series, I will review those series as well. I hate saying that word, series. Anyways, let's refocus here. So today, we're going to be talking about the Twisted series. And I'm going to be honest, massive spoiler alert. Like, this is going to be so full of spoilers. But also, if you don't see them coming, that's on you. I won't spoil, like, the twisty things. But, like, there will be spoilers here. Sorry. As per always, I have my little notebook here with my notes. And we're going to get started at the beginning. In the beginning, there was nothing. And then Ana Huang wrote Twisted Love. And my life was forever changed. Now, I think I'd like to start by saying, I don't think these are great books. Like, this is not like a life-changing story. This will not, your life will not be better for this. They are entertaining books, they're fun books, and they turn off your brain, which sometimes you need. That being said, there are a few bits and bobs that I genuinely disliked. The main one being, none of the women had names. They all had a random nickname. I will be going through the nicknames. None of them had names, and I didn't get that. But anyways, let's go back to Twisted Love, shall we? Reality and mafia. I would say mafia ? Because I wouldn't say it's like just mafia related. Like, it's like mafia-esque, like crimey, maybe? Crimey would be more better? I don't know. And in the book, we follow 2 main characters. Ava Chen, who is this fabulously happy-go-lucky girlie with a bit of a traumatic past, but she's decided to make the best out of her life. And she wants to be a photographer. Or she's a photographer, sorry. And we know this from the first 3 pages of the book, and then it's never mentioned again. Like, until the end of the book, you don't even remember that she wants to be a photographer. And her nickname is Sunshine, because she's always happy. So original. I love that. She doesn't get called Ava once by her partner, the male character. She just gets called Sunshine, which it irritated me to no sense. But let's get going. The male main character's name is Alex Volkov. And you know Alex Volkov, he's a morally gray character because he's got a V and a K. And that's how you know in books that is a bad guy. Or is he? He is. Objectively, he's a bad guy, okay? Whether you there, then like, but no, he's so cute. No, he's a criminal. I'm sorry. That is not a good, objectively not good. I don't think I'm crazy for saying that. And you want to know why? Because he has a V and a K. He was predestined since birth to be a bad guy with a last name like Volkov, frankly. Let's be honest here. Anyways, the book starts with Josh Chen, Ava's brother, and Alex's best friend, saying, hey guys, I'm gonna go gallivanting for a few months away of the country, And then turning to his best friend, completely ignoring the fact that Ava has 3 more friends, goes to his best friend and goes, protect my sister. I've got 2 sisters. I've never gone to my best friends and been like, protect my sisters. Most I've said, hold their hair up if they're throwing up in a corner. I don't know. They're adults. Everyone here is an adult, I would like to point out. Like, everyone here is above 21. And Alex is like, I don't particularly want to do that because, of course, why would he want to do that? But I will do it because you're my best friend. And Alex takes his job so seriously. I think he takes protecting Ava more seriously than his actual billionaire empire. He's just like, I'm gonna put cameras in your house, you keep it up, and I'm moving in. I'm gonna make sure that you're super duper safe. And I was like, no, don't do that. But he did. You know what? I respect your choice. You do you, boo. And then I'm just gonna fully spoil this. Romance sparkles. And then Alex is like, crime. And Ava, who we've already agreed is a ball of sunshine, goes like, oh, actually, I don't want to be in a committed relationship to a criminal who lies to me. Like, this whole relationship was so toxic, guys. So I was just like, go off, pop off, sis. But then I noticed on my Kindle, it said I was still due like 30% of the book. I was like, oh, no, Ava, stay strong, baby girl. Stay strong. She did not, by the way, but we tried. We failed, but we tried. And then Ava's like, I'm gonna leave the country because you are horrendous and I need space. And I'm like, fair enough. Like, yeah. She goes through like a lot of traumatic stuff. Like, she had previous trauma from her childhood. She had new trauma from her adulthood done by her boyfriend. So she leaves the country, and you want to know what this psychotic man does? Stalks her for a year. And you want to know what she does? Call the police? No. Leave the country, find a new name. They get back together. They are like, you know what? Actually, this is really romantic. I really love the fact that you've been stalking me for a year. Let's go. Let's get married and have like 32 children. And they do get back together at the end of the book, which I don't think is a shocker to anyone that knows how these books go. So as you can tell, I didn't like this book. I gave it 2.25 maybe out of 5 stars. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I thought it was ridiculous. I thought that the ending made no sense. I thought Ava was ending up with the wrong guy. There was no other alternative, right? There wasn't like a triangle or someone else that was introduced. No, I just knew that this wasn't the guy for him, but she disagreed, and I respect a woman's rights and a woman's wrong, so here we are. But please tell me why. I was like, I hated this book, 2 stars on Goodreads, and then went to get the second one. Why? Why did I do that? I don't know, but I did. And then I started reading, I forgot the name, Twisted Games. And I loved so much Twisted Games. So much. So let's leave Ava and Alex to the side. And let's have a chat with Ava's BFF, Bridget von Ascherberg, a bloody princess. This woman is royalty. First of all, I don't even understand this friendship group. Like, they're like, we were roommates in college. I'm like, well, I was a princess in a dorm. I don't know, but she was. Okay, so we are introduced to Bridget von Ascherberg, whose nickname is very originally Princess. Now, it is the best of the nicknames, but it's not a great nickname. And we're also introduced to her sexy bodyguard and love interest, Riz Larsen. Now, this book has other different tropes, namely age gap, bodyguard, forbidden romance, and forced proximity. Now, I don't know which of this is the one that I like the most. I loved all of them. I was like, hell yeah, what's happening now? Like, this book was wacky. It was Princess Diaries. No, it was, okay, you know what it was? It was Princess Diaries meets the Princess Protection Service, that Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez film. Okay? And I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I loved it. I thought it was so fun. Like, okay, so we follow Bridget, who's had this bodyguard her whole life. Not her whole life, but since she was in America, called Booth, which I thought was really funny. And then Booth is like, listen, my wife is gonna have a baby. I'm done. Like, I'm going back to whatever Genovia-esque country they come from. And she's like, no, Booth, it's gonna be your replacement. In comes Riz Larson, who's like, I would be. But I don't have emotions. And for like a good third of the book, Riz is just like, I'm not getting involved with a princess because this is work. And I was like, could this be like restrained? No, it was not. Halfway through like their time in, it's not Genovia, but I don't remember what it's called, so we're gonna call it Genovia. Halfway through their time in Genovia, he's like, I cannot resist you anymore. I'm like, it's your job. Maybe learn how to do it properly. I don't know. Don't sleep with a person that you're meant to not be, like, meant to be protecting. Like, I don't know. Apparently I asked for too much. And then Bridget gets blackmailed. Probably because she was doing really inappropriate things in public. And somebody caught her and recorded her. But like, okay, what I was thinking is, you're a princess, right? Like, you must be aware of these dangers. She was not. Because she was like a princess, but she was like, but I'm also a normal girl. I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Because my salary gets paid from a company. Your salary gets paid by the taxpayers' money. And also, you have a crown. I have neither of those. Right? So, like, what do you want from me, Bridget, girly? But the reason I like this book is because I, first of all, thought Bridget was really fun. It was very politicky, which of course is what I like the most about the book. But also because I thought Riz Larson was the most sensible out of all of them. Like, he was the only one, first of all, he was the only one that had permission to kill. So he wasn't committing crimes or doing anything of the sorts. Also, I find it very fun. Like she was going around doing her princess duties, learning how to be a queen because her brother decided to abdicate. It was great. It was such a stupid book, but I loved it. So it was like, oh my god, Ana Huang. Redemption. Things are gonna get better now. No. Things didn't get better, no. Because then we had Twisted Hate. And this was my least favorite book in the whole series. Now, Twisted Hate follows Jules Ambrose, Ava's best friend. Like, out of all of the four, Ava's best friend is Jules. And Ava's brother, Josh Chen, the aforementioned gallivanting man. First of all, let's get with the worst part. Her nickname, so her partner's nicknamed her JR after Jessica Rabbit because she had a larger chest and bright red hair. And I was like, if anyone referred to me as Jessica Rabbit, I would slap them. I wouldn't date them. Crazy. I know. Now, the main trope for this one is enemies to lovers, which I like. I've decided that I like enemies to lovers. I just didn't like this book. Also, best friend's brother. I don't like that trope. I actually gave this book a 1 out of 5 stars. This book almost put me off of the series. Okay, so how do I explain this book? Josh is a doctor. Jules is a lawyer, right? Power couple. Somehow, the poorest of the team. Like, they're poor because they're not billionaires with a B or royalty. So, it sucks for them. Sorry, you're only a millionaire with an M. I don't know. And then, like, they hate each other because Josh considers that Jules is a bad influence because Jules has a personality and likes to have fun. And then they have to work together because Jules starts working as a lawyer in the same clinic where Josh volunteers. And then romance comes to life. Except that Jules, it's because she's so freaking frustrating. Jules had like a secret, and instead of just being like, listen, we have a committed relationship, I think I have to tell you my secret, which is what most people do. She goes, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna steal from my boyfriend to try and save myself. And then was like, what do you mean? Why are you angry at me? Why are you breaking up with me? Why are you so upset with me? I'm like, I don't know. Let's use her brain for a second. I don't know. She was so annoying. She was so annoying. I did not like Jules. I did not like Josh. And frankly, I was really resentful that they were not billionaires with a B. I thought that was really shoddy. Like, it was like, no. Why? I don't know. Like, billionaire with a B, dude. Please. Like, up your standard, frankly, Jules. Like, if all of your friends are billionaires and you're only a millionaire, maybe you should ask them for dating advice. Because that's the other thing. Oh my god, okay. No one, like, these girls don't talk to each other. Like, they don't have conversations with their friends. They're meant to be besties. And they're not having bestie chats. Right? Like, if my best friends came to me and one of them said on the group chat, this is what my partner is doing, and said literally anything of that these guys say, we would all just be like, break up with him immediately. You're in danger. I will have like a car ready so that you can just escape as soon as you're done breaking up with him. In fact, don't even go in person. Just send him a message. Break up over the phone. Change your phone number. Change your identity. We will help you. Like, these girls are just like, oh my god, things are fine. And then they, like, the internal monologue is like, but they were not fine. Like, no, of course they're not fine. Half of your boyfriends are murdering people. Of course things are not okay. Anyways, like, a terrible friendship group. I would not want to be part of this friends. I wouldn't want it to be like Ava, Jules, Bridget, Stella, and Mar. No, I really dislike that. Oh god, they're such bad friends. You should not do that to your friends. You should not allow your friends to be in these situations. It was so frustrating. It was so frustrating. Anyways, Jules and Josh also get back together. Oh, I forgot to say, in Twisted Games? Hate? Which one? In Twisted Game, like, they do break up, but they always end up together, so don't worry about it. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. They end up together. They break up because I could never be with a commoner. It's against the rules of my country. Guess what they do? They change the law. It's not that hard. You're the princess. Just change the law. She can be like, nope. Fine. I mean, there's parliament and democracy and all of that, but she can still, they get married. They're like, let's get married. Stupid. Anyways, Twisted Hate, back to the next one, which is the Josh and Jules one. Hated them. Hated it. I was like, I'm done with this series. But then I noticed I only had one book left, and I was like, I'm just gonna go for it. And so I read Twisted Lies, my second favorite book. Do you see the trend? One good, one bad. No, one bad, one good, one bad, one good. But that's a trend. Twisted Lies. Our tropes are billionaires, fake dating being the biggest one, neighbors, and roommates. And we follow the story of Stella Alonso, whose nickname is Butterfly. Like, I feel like Ana Huang ran out of steam by the time she got to Stella. Just like, Butterfly? Sure, Butterfly. And Stella Alonso is an influencer, guys. Like me. Except that she's successful. And we also follow Christian Harper, who is the owner of a security building, the owner of a building, no, a security company, the owner of a building, Reese Larson's boss, and Stella's fake boyfriend. Now, Stella is like, my engagement is going low, guys, and I really want to make it to 1 million. You know what would help boost my sales? If I had a boyfriend. And Christian Harper, who's been obsessed with her since day one, book like 2 books ago, when she was like, I need to find a flat. And he was like, I'll lower the rent to literally pennies. Just because she was like, she's hot. He's like, I will be your fake boyfriend. And she says yes. I've never, you know what, maybe it's because like I'm not in the right crowds, but I've never been propositioned to have a fake boyfriend for the amount of times that it happens in books. Like, I've never had someone be like, you know what would be very easy if we pretended to date, until this never happened to me. I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I'm doing something right though. So anyways, I start dating, and Christian Harper doesn't have Instagram, but he has a secret account, and he only follows one person, and that person is Stella. And all I'm saying is, sure, but he must also get those Instagram ads that are like interlocated inside your post. So it must be very fun if he's like, Stella, 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 shampoo for men. Stella, 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 pet food. It's just, it's such a stupid book. And then at one point, Stella gets a stalker. And I won't say who the stalker was, because I was surprised by who it was. And then like it all clicked. So I will not say who it was, but she gets a stalker. And what does Christian Harper, head of one of the biggest security companies in the world, do? Say, move in with me. Why? There's other options. But he decided not to see them. So they move in together to protect Stella, except that Christian Harper is not at home. And also she has a bodyguard that he puts and pays for. Like, I would like to point out, these girlies don't pay for anything. If they have bodyguards, they're not paying for it. If they're flying private, they're not. Like, dating a billionaire does have its perks. And then Christian, again, screws it up by freaking lying. And I'm like, why are these women who are all smart and accomplished and successful on their own, why are they going with these liars? I don't know. But they lie. And there they are. And I was just like shocked when they get back together. Because also, I would like to point out, the way that they get back together is murder. Like, there's murder. Kristen is technically also allowed to murder, so I guess that's okay. But also, like, not really. You shouldn't murder. Murder is illegal. Murder is a crime. Don't commit crimes if you know your partner is against them. Like, you shouldn't commit crimes in general. But you especially shouldn't commit crimes if you're trying to get back with your girlfriend who you know hates them. Like, I don't understand these people. But I love books. I love the book. I loved it so much. I loved every single book so much. I'd say my final ranking is... I forget the names. Twisted Games with Bridget and Reese. Followed by Twisted Lies with Stella and Christian, followed by Twisted Love, following Alex and Ava, and in the end, Twisted Hate with freaking Josh and freaking Jules. I didn't like that book. But then I also thought that I would explain, just to conclude this video before I get to my final thoughts. All of the books have in their cover, so like they have like the title, the author. Here it says book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4. And here it has like a sentence that kind of summarizes the passion that they have. So I'm going to read these for you, and then we're going to rate them together. I mean, I'm going to rate them, but you're going to hear me rate them. And let me know if you agree, actually. Let me know if you disagree with me, though. Twisted Love sentences. It's so embarrassing to say. Alright. He has a heart of ice, but for her, he'd burn the world. Now, this man doesn't have powers, so my guess is war crime. That's what he means by burn the world. So that's the first one. Twisted Games. He can't have her, but he's taking her anyway. To me, that sounds like kidnapping. Shockingly, doesn't happen on this book. Someone does get kidnapped, but just not the princess. Twisted Hate. He hates her almost as much as he wants her. No, not bad. Not bad. And lastly, Twisted Lies. He'll do anything to have her. including a lie. Which you shouldn't do! Oh, I get so annoyed. These men are so mean. Especially because I've read more romance. And this is not. No. No. No, 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 no. Anyways, I think my favorite one is actually the twisted hate one. He hates her almost as much as he wants her. That's my favorite one. Followed by the war crimes. He has a heart of ice, but for her, he'd burn the world. Followed by, I don't know, what's worse, lying or kidnapping? I'm gonna go with lying. Followed by twisted lies. He'll do anything to have her, including lying. And shockingly, they've swapped places because this was my favorite book, but my worst line. He can't have her, but he's taking her anyways. Just because, like, don't kidnap people, especially if you love them. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Twisted series. Overall, I think that my friend was spot on. It was not a great introduction to romance. Sorry. But it was fun. It was like a fun little way of... It's a great series if you're like okay with people being dumb. That's the best I have to describe this book. I really enjoyed it. I think, you know what? I found out that there's also the King of Sins or something like that series by Ana Huang, who follows some of the characters that are visible in the other series. Like secondary characters in the main series have like main character moments here. And also, it takes place in this really famous Club Valhalla or Valhalla or something like that. And listen, the only person that cannot go there is Josh Chen because he's not a billionaire with a B. Sucks for him. But then again, I didn't like him, so... Again, very successful couple, just not billionaires. Should have been smarter, but they were not, so... But those are my thoughts on the Twisted series. Let me know if you guys would be interested in reading it based off of what I've said, although I'm pretty sure I've spoiled the whole thing. Although if you're shocked that they end up together, that's on you. But anyways, I hope you guys liked it. If you did, like, subscribe, and all that jazz. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye!